Hello everybody, this is Sonia. Now I've come on here today because I want to show you how to put this together, okay, how you sew the pieces together. This is the whimsical, no, it's a Quirky, it's a Quirky quilt, and this is going to be a cover off for a journal, and that's what, well, I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to make a journal to put in there, but I need to put another piece in here. I did put it together and I did a piece in there and it was just wrong because it was just too tight. It was pulling it up. Actually, this piece here is sort of lifting up a bit, but it isn't easy to get them to go down. I suppose this is my first attempt at this, so it's going to, be a bit wonky, I suppose. But I guess that's the idea of the thing. And this one here has actually been put on the top of the others instead of being in between it. I've actually put it on the top of them, but I guess that's the idea of the things, is how you do it. You can have little bits everywhere and it's so good fun because you can do whatever you like. Now this one here, I think I'm going to actually be able to join it up. Oh dear, I did it wrong. Look what I've done. I did it wrong. Now I'm not happy with that because I wanted this piece here to be on the top. See? I wanted that piece to be on the top. I'm going to take it out. I imagine everybody else will have it. Maybe a day when but that's wrong too. Maybe. Why didn't I think of this when I was doing it? What was I thinking about ever? I wanted that piece there to be in there. It's got a little part of a fairy on there, and I definitely wanted it to be on there. So I'm just going to go around the outside. I'm going to cut this bit off that I've actually stitched around the outside. I won't worry about the middle bit. It'll be fine. It's not going to have be a worry. Okay, I'm going to take this out of here and redo this because I don't like it if I don't want it that way. I actually have looked at this quite few times before, so I kept thinking, oh no, I can't put it together because I've got to do a video on how to put it together. And I have got more little pillars cut out, but I don't want to use any of them. I want to use this one. So there is to it. I just want to use this one, and I've done it wrong because instead of taking it, I should have turned it this way, shouldn't I? So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to turn it over the right way and fix it. So I do believe in fixing if I don't want it, and I don't know how much of the little fairy's face we're going to have left, but we still will. Look, there's a tiny little bit there. I'm going to turn that over the right way this time, Sonia. You can plan to do which side you want, or you just do whatever, you can do just sew and then, whatever's easiest for you. Which side you want to be on the outside and which side to be on the inside. Okay, that's it. I was going too fast trying to get things done yesterday, so I put up videos, but that never worked, so I'm just doing it now, okay? Just doing it now. Okay, now there's somebody having a ring of the phone. And whoever it is will just have to ring back later, I suppose. Maybe it wasn't anybody important. Sometimes it's the telemarketers. They're not very good. They ring in and try to tell you that you're going to turn off your computer and things like that if you don't do something or other. And you just don't do anything because they're lying to you because they just want to take over your computer. That's another thing I would like to say too while I'm on here. People that send you things to do with, to press down the button and send this on further, don't do that. Don't do that because you're going to end up somebody's going to hack into your, they're going to hack into your Facebook or whatever you're sending it through. I never ever send anything on like that, never, because it's too dangerous to be doing things like that. Dangerous, well it's not actually dangerous, but it is the fact that you will lose your channel, your Facebook channel, or people will come on there and it's got nothing to do with you, and just go and use your your thing, so I never ever. So if people ever send me any of those things to press down and send on, I won't do it. I'm sorry. I just don't like to do that. I'm a bit wary of them sort of things. You don't want people to be taking over your channel, your computer, because that's very possible. And so many of people do it. They just go on there and say, "Oh, just press down on this and send this to everybody you know." And no, I'm not going to. You don't know what's going to happen. You might think you've been safe in the past, but one of these days they're going to, they'll get your channel. They'll get your Facebook page. So many people have said to me, my Facebook page has been hacked. It hasn't. Anything I put up there, you know me, and that's not happened to me at all. I hope it doesn't either. So I won't press down on a button and send it anywhere. And I don't, and nobody else should do it either. I'll just, it doesn't matter what it is. It's something, whether you think it's a real important thing or not. If you have something important that you want everybody else to know, you can put it on Facebook yourself. You don't have to do that thing where everybody passes it round to one another. That's just not. Maybe it works in some things, but not in all cases. And I wouldn't be, and I'm not game to ever try it myself. I think you know what I'm talking about anyway, because, and it's very sad, that people do things to us like that, but they do. They've caught so many people and taken their money as well out of their bank accounts because they just do that. They come on there and say, "Oh, you should send this because you're going to get, somebody's going to take over your Facebook page," or they already have done on it. I don't know how many times people have told me that, but you know what? It's probably not any use telling me that. It's probably somebody that's not even one of my Facebook persons. The people I have on Facebook are the people that I meet up with through crafting. I have a few family members because I keep in touch with my family, but that's all I have on here. And if I do anything, if I put anything else up other than to do with crafting, well, it's not me, and it won't happen anyway, because I'm just not. I don't I don't sort of do that sort of thing. I don't want to pass things on, because it reminds me of years ago when they used to have them chain letters and send them to you and saying if something you didn't write out so many and send them on to so many people, you'd have all this bad luck and everything. And I'm sure people remember them, and they weren't a good thing, were they? And sometimes you had to actually put money in them too, and people were making money by doing that sort of thing. Well, I don't think I ever did. I used to be worried about it, so if I didn't, but I wouldn't pass them on, because you sort of think, well, that's not right, you can't do this to people. But there's other ones out there that don't understand, though. There is people out there that don't understand that this is not going to work. I don't know what happened one time, but somebody convinced my mother that she'd inherited all this money or something. And she was sure that it was her. She was really sure, the poor thing. She was so sure, she wanted me to come over and see, and talk to her about it, show it to her and everything. And by the time I got ready to go, she'd rang me back and she'd said that she realised that she'd made a mistake, and it's very bad, very bad. People should do this to people, but, because she was really old when this happened, and I tried to convince her on the phone. I was going to have to go over there and talk to her, because I knew that there was nothing, in what she was telling me, because I often get letters from over in England where I've inherited from some ancestor that passed away, and all I had to do was send them such amount of money for them to actually send it to me. Now, come on. I mean, why would you need to do that? If I actually inherited some money, I'd expect somebody to turn up the door with it, my door, and say, "Here you are, you've inherited this on you." Not to tell me I've got to send you so much money to get it back. It's just really not nice people out there doing this to people. And the internet's a place for it, surely. People to get got at. Especially as they get a bit older and they don't understand how things work. I won't open an email unless I know who it's from. Yeah, that's just how the things are. It's the way things work. And if anybody tries to Facebook me as a friend, if you go on Facebook and friend me and you haven't got any friends, I won't friend you, I'm sorry. I feel like if you don't, nobody else is being friends, I'm not going to be. I get a lot of friend requests from men, which is really weird. I don't know. I'm a married person. I don't want men to be my friends. I'm sorry. I'm not very good at that. I get a lot of them. I'm not a rich lady, if that's what they're after. Even if I was, I still wouldn't want to be friends with them. I have a few men that are subbies on my YouTube channel, and that's perfectly fine because they're commenting on my craft work. They don't want to be. I don't put a lot of my life up on Facebook. I talk about it on here a bit. I guess that's only for you ladies that want to listen to me. Oh no, they want to watch me craft, and then I have to say something. Can't help myself. I've got to talk. There you go. I did that. Now fixed it. Okay. So I fixed that. I'm happy with that now. It's going the right way this time. And now I'm going to put it in here. Okay. Because that's where I want it to go. And I think I'll put a face down there, and it'll be on the back of the book. Because to so far, I have added a few buttons, not many yet. I've had a few beads. You probably can't see them very good on the camera. And I've actually put 2 nice pink beads on there for our earrings. I put more beads here and more beads here, and I'm going to put more buttons on as well, because the idea of this too is actually to embellish it a bit, you know, so that's what I want to do. So on here I'm going to put, I do love to use this colour because I do something excuse me, that's really bright. Talking too much now, I'm going to have to get a mouthful of water. I'm always having a mouthful of water. It's so, I suppose it gets dry. I've all been talking away. And I was going to go out today, but Jeremy told me not to. He says too hot. I don't know, I feel like I just want to sometimes to get out and do something, but I'm going to have to just stay inside and do this. This is my good thing to do anyway. Now you're going to put this pretty flat to where you're going to put it in, okay? And you need to start at the back, of course, because you have your knot at the back. Alright? Now I'm going to just duck underneath here a bit, just to pick up this piece here. And I haven't gone right to the top. I'm not going to worry too much about this piece because I intend to have some sort of a trim around this. Now you're going to pick up a piece either side of this and keep it flat like it is. Excuse me. If you're going to make a book or something that has a base in it, look, I'll have to give you a look at that in a second. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch all this, I don't think. I'm going to actually show you some things that I bought, and this little haul video, not a video, I'm going to actually do it on here because, you know, this is not, you probably don't want to watch me, well, maybe you do, I'll just have to, but you want to sew it so you're not going to have any gaps in it either. Pull it reasonably tight, and put that in there, and then that's going to be how that's going to go. Now if you were doing this so that you have a corner on the back, so say you wanted a spine, you could turn it like that and over sew it. This is sort of like a ladder stitch and it's just over sewn, but when you do it this way, do it flat. But if you're going to put a spine down the back of your book, which I'm not going to do because mine's not going to be that thick, it's just going to be this size. Now that's quirky, isn't it, because it's sticking out there past that other bit, but that doesn't matter. It's just, this bead's quirky like that, okay? So this is going to come down here. I'm thinking about, though, putting something around the edge, edging it off. I don't know, and if I don't, I'll just go back and make sure all these corners here are a bit more secure, but I have put so much cotton in this, it's making it really heavy because I like to make sure it's all, you know, sewed on sewed on really good, see? So, but that's what you do if you're going to do a box, because you could make a box. You can just sew all your pieces together, like so. Put another bit there, and you can make a box. You can make a bag, make anything you like, because it's just how it goes. It's just like a little quilting thingy. But I'll finish this, and I will put more embellishments on it, because I want to put a few more buttons. I don't think I'll put a lot on the back, because that's going to be, well, it just depends, I suppose, what I feel like it when I get to there. Okay, so I'll see how it goes when I get to it. This is all you have to do to sew them in. Okay, now there's also you make little windows in it. Cut circles out of them, and I will do that too for you at some stage and show you how to do that, because I haven't done that yet, but I will do it and show you what happens to me. And that's what we like to see, don't we? Everybody learning crafting along. Because I like to do that. I like to show you, even though that I have been doing this sort of thing for many years, I still, and we all still, get ourselves into a little bit of a bind sometimes. See, I don't want to push that down in there, so I'm going to probably put it across the top of here, because it doesn't matter if it doesn't fit exactly. You still got this part here and this part here, so I'm going to sit it across the top. I'll show you what I'm going to do, because this is not quilting by perfection or anything. It's quirky quilting. It's being artistic and stuff like that, eh? You know, because you want to. A lot of you ladies said you've seen this before. You haven't tried it. Of course you would have seen it before. It's been around forever. There's not a lot of videos up on doing it, but it's been, of course, it's been around for years. And I wanted to try it for years, but never got round to it. Just never thought about learning how to do it. But now I know. Most of these techniques that we use have been around forever, haven't they? Because ladies did a lot of this work years ago. That's what they did. They didn't have phones or TVs and things. So they put together beautiful pieces of material, and or old bits of material that they didn't use anymore for clothing and stuff. Made themselves quilts and things they used to call woggers. I remember when we were kids, my mother sewed. Well, there was 4 of us. If we had any old little jumpers or anything, or anything old in the way of clothes, she sewed them together and made us. Then she put a piece of fabric on the outside, probably a piece of sheet or something, and turned it into a thing that called a wogger, and that was our blanket. That was our blanket, and that's the truth. I grew up in Australia, but we weren't rich people or anything, so, but that was what our blanket was like. And now I'm going to just come down here and I'm just going to go straight over the top of this. Look, I'm just going to be wicked and just do what I want to, put it down here. Yeah, so we just had wogger covers on our bed made of old clothing, and that was probably the beginning of doonas and things, I suppose. I know people had sugar bags, which is a burlap bags or something like that, and they used to put them in between the fabric and the sugar bags and make quilts and covers for beds out of that sort of thing. And that's what we did, I guess, in the old days. I mean, imagine if you told the kids now they were going to have a sugar bag, they wouldn't know anyway what was underneath it. We'd only just told them. Didn't matter to us. That was the way the things went. Our mother made us pretty little dresses for Christmas once out of her wedding dress. I must have dyed it pink because it was pink. What we got, she must have changed the colour of them to pink, because she made us little pink dresses out of her wedding dress. Because we didn't, well, them days you didn't have a whole wardrobe full of clothes, would you? You'd have clothes to wear up the street, clothes to wear to the show, clothes to wear around the house, and clothes to wear to school. Because everywhere you went, like, people used to get dressed up to go up to town once. Now people got their pyjamas on, which is very, very degrading, I think. It's like the way I'm thinking. I do have different clothes that I wear around the house compared to what I wear up to town, but I don't get dressed up with the makeup on and do my hair. I actually do my hair, yes I do, but I don't wear makeup at all, so I don't do that. But a lot of people still do. This poor lady, I probably said this before, she always has, there's more than one person, of course, that always dresses still to go to town, and she has these shoes that she wears, and they're black patent leather, and they look like her poor little feet are screaming to get out of them. It just does. And I think, you poor thing, why don't you wear a pair of joggers like the rest of them? Because you see a lot of older women too with joggers on for their feet to easier to walk in these days, aren't they? But then there's that poor little lady, she's got them shoes on her little feet, and her feet look like they're screaming to get out. Let me out of here. But anyway, now there's my, oh look at that, there's my cover, really, nearly done. Look, isn't it cool? Oh dear, I do love that, I do love that. Okay, now I will show you these things that I bought, because I might as well put them on here. I don't know how long I've been going with this for. I was only going to show you how to start a bit of that. I wasn't going to actually do it, but I only bought a couple of things. Oh well, I buy something probably nearly every week off of the internet. If I spend from $2 to probably $6 or something, you know, that's all I spend, and it brings me something different, you know, from have to wait a long time for. These cost me $7. These are absolutely amazing. Look at this. I seen the picture of this somewhere, and it said that it was watercolour paintings or something. So I typed it into the to Google or somewhere, I don't know now, because it was probably about before Christmas, and I found these. These are what's the name, cards, postcards, worth every cent. They are absolutely beautiful. Look at that. There's one. Here's another one. Aren't they lovely? Absolutely beautiful. Really worth. Look, I'm sure they charge about $2 or $3 for one postcard these days. You know, and these, I've got a packet here for $6 something, I think they were, free postage. I don't care if I had to wait a month for them. I love these. I think they're absolutely beautiful. I might be putting some of them in my future journals. I'd say I probably would. Could be gifting a few out, because I'm not going to be using them, you know, all, am I? But aren't they lovely? Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Every single last one of them. There's not one that I would have said, I don't like that, put it back. Look at that. There's a bird and some beetles and some flowers. And these have even got little spiders on them, but I don't care. Look at the flowers and the leaves. Birdies. I don't think there's any two the same. They're all different. There's birdies. This one here looks a little bit like one of the others, but it's not the same. Because I was going to go through them and pick out some of the same and think I can give some of these away, but I haven't got any the same. Look at that, look at them beetles and them little bits on there. Aren't they cool? Look at this one. That was probably something that I seen at first. These are what I probably seen first. What attracted me to these. Yes, isn't that nice? Look at that. I don't know how many there is there now. I think there's probably 20, isn't there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, I've got 21, if I counted properly. Now, these are from China. You can see that. And there's a nice box. Look at that. A nice box coming. I thought, I wonder what that is, because it was a while ago since I bought them. Anyway, I didn't mind waiting, but I bought them off eBay. I think I might have got these off eBay. They could have been AliExpress. If anybody really wants to know, I can just... But they're very good quality. Now, I was up in Vinnie's the other day, and I found these. got a bag down in that they came in. I kept the bag so I could show you what it was because I wasn't going to do that, but I did. Now these are Nottingham lace. I mean, that's to do with the thing. Okay, one's Robin Hood, and the other one was they're a lace souvenir. They're polyester. They're not something, you know, flash. Oh, and Nottingham Castle. Okay, so here they are. This is Nottingham Castle, which you cannot see because maybe you can a bit. I need something underneath that. Okay, there's something else under here that I've got too. I'll show you. I haven't hid that somewhere, I can't find it. Okay, right. I'll put it on there. With here. My stamps. There you go, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? Now, probably end up cutting bits off, you know, and doing something. I could use it in a page, I suppose, couldn't I? Like put it double through the middle of the page. So that's that, and this is Robin Hood, this one. And they were in those big packets with the plastic on them. I paid $1 for them. Actually, I didn't. I had a whole heap of stuff in the bag, and the lady said, "Oh, $5 is enough." So that was different, because usually they don't do that. They used, you know, they usually charge you whatever it says on the thing. But she must have been feeling a bit hot. Now I've got something else here that I was going to show you. So there's something I've never seen before, but I can't find it now. Give me a second and I'll peep through here a bit. Here it is. Nothing that amazing. It's just it was the strangest thing, you see, because I bought this scrapbook for $1. Well, it was in the same pile of stuff. And it's actually blue. Look at that. Yeah, it's blue paper. But it's good paper. It's like a really good old... And it's blue, isn't it? It's really blue. But I thought, why not? It's a blue scrapbook. Usually you get it like a off-white or something, but this is blue. It doesn't look nice with something against something else or with something else. But I thought, well, that's okay, I'll have that one. So that's a blue pieces of paper. I'm sure there's other people seen them, but I have not. Okay, so what else did I find? Nothing else? Not that I can see now. I'll have to come back on here later on and do a bit more stuff on me, a little bit more work on me things I'm working on. So thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you're keeping cool or warm, whichever the case may be for wherever you are. I really hope that we can get through this heat soon. And I know I did. I've got something else. Hang on a minute. Now I always have a thing about, I'll just sit this under here. I always have a thing about I don't measure a lot of stuff, which is pretty, you know, you sort of think you know what you're doing. This is another thing I've got off there too. This is another thing. Hang on. What about these? I was really bad at it once, like getting the wrong size thing. I hope everybody hasn't gone away yet. And I thought that these were the size of probably a writing pad. I also thought they were a complete piece of sticky. When I get it out, they are absolutely amazing. I love them. The colours in that end is absolutely gorgeous. Look at the colours. It's like a washi tape sort of stuff. But they aren't completely, because they're just like a frame. They are all sticky under though. And I can use it for like a washi tape or a sticker. But I do love the colours. I did think they were about this big. I was expecting to be as big as the postcards, you know, I was. But they were only something like 70 cents each. You know, they weren't pretty dear, so I suppose when you think about it, you get what you pay for if it's only small. These ones here are awesome. These are all squares and checks and things. It's still worth to buy, even, you know, for the colour. Look at that. I really do like these. You know, these would be good to put in your journals on just for a little bit of a accent on something, you know, like, aren't they cool? Those ones. And every one to me, I really like this one. First one had hearts. This one's got squares. I think the one here's got dots. it's where you put your, what's the name, in your photo or something behind. It's called Polaroid film skin memo pattern. I don't know. I thought it was just like the whole, but it's, you take that bit out and you've got that bit there, or you put this around. See, I can use the whole thing anyway because it's all sticky all over, so I'm not that disappointed really, because for what I paid for them, it's just not nothing to worry about, you know. There's lots of different things on there, and then this last one here, I think it might be my favourite. All I got to do though is keep these things near me while I'm crafting, so I know what I've got. You know, so I'm just going to put that back in there in a minute. Like this one here could be my favourite. It's got really nice patterns in it. Look, isn't it? Isn't that cool? Isn't that nice? So you have to let me know what you think about them, because I think they're gorgeous. I really do. And as I said, I thought they were, before the whole thing was a sticky thing, because I just didn't, I considered it to be a little bit bigger. I don't know why, but I thought they'd be, it doesn't matter though, because I've got, you know, I've got enough of them anyway. It will probably take me forever to use them up, but you can always use a bit of sticky something or other, can't you? So anyway, thank you everybody for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.